Hey there, it's Susan from the Social Sales Girls, and I'm here with the Monday Morning Traffic Report. Now, if you don't know me, I own the Social Sales Girls, and at the Social Sales Girls, we teach e-commerce merchants how to get traffic and sales on their platforms. Now, that's not my only job. My real job is that I own an e-commerce company too, called WeSqueak, and I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure lots of you out there wear two hats, as I do, and sometimes you drop the ball. So recently I dropped the ball at WeSqueak, and when I had a look at why our sales were dipping, it turned out, as usual, it was our traffic. And so that's why the Monday Morning Traffic Report was born. I take a walk, show you what's going on at WeSqueak, what we're doing to get the traffic that we need, what's working, what doesn't work, and then what you can do too. So if you'd like to follow along, make sure you click the link, just drop us your email, and we'll send the Monday Morning Traffic Report to you every week so that you can take my strategies and make them work for your business. But let's just jump in. Now, if you remember, I was looking for 5,000 unique visitors a week to get back there. And so I'm going to show you what happened at WeSqueak. We'll talk about what really worked. We'll talk about what's not great and what you can do. So I'm just going to share my screen. Ready? Here we go. So as you can see, 2 weeks in, I still did not make the 5,000 unique visitors. We're up over 5,000 for traffic, but we want those 5,000 different sets of eyeballs on the site. Now, these are our 5 top traffic referrals. They haven't changed as far as order since we started the Monday Morning Traffic Report. Number 1 is Facebook, and that's where the entire increase came. Some of these actually dropped from last week, but we are up 500 unique visitors from Facebook. And of course, we spent our way there. So I want to jump into my Ads Manager. I'm going to show you what we did, what worked, and what I'm going to do to see if I can change it a bit next week. So I'm just going to take this comparison off first. So here's my Traffic Bootcamp report. It really helps me see everything at a glance. Last week, we spent an extra $100. So our ad spend is up to $391. That's more than I would like to spend at this time of year. I have to say that June is the worst year for us of the month. And so I think it's going to cost us some money to get what we want. The good news is that the traffic is converting. And so that is very good news for us. What we did last week is I took our lowest cost per unique click ads, and I actually added some money to the budget for those. And then I set up 3 new campaigns, which took almost $70. Now, the way I decided what campaigns I was going to use is I just went through our last 30 days in sales, picked out some of the top products, and set up a campaign around them. So we have 3 campaigns. They're very simple. I'll just click on one. It's a very simple product ad. I used cold traffic, so lookalike audiences are great for me. If you don't have a lookalike audience of web visitors, I would suggest you do. This is a lookalike audience of people who have shopped a certain collection or landed on a certain collection, which is our shop boys. They tend to get us the very best results. And so the ad is actually super simple. It's got a call to action, it's got some copy, and it's just a big white product picture. So it's not fancy at all, but there you go. Call to action, big product. So what I would say to you is that 3 of those, we had a clear winner out of, and it was this one. It was the pig shoe at 10 cents. And so that's less than half of the one that I just showed you. And so my plan is that I am going to actually transfer much more of the budget to this particular ad. And I'm doing that after really considering what that's going to do to my overall stats. So I believe that it's quality traffic that's going there. Again, it's a lookalike audience. And my bounce rate has not gone sky high, and my time on site has not dropped significantly. And so I can get a lot more clicks for my money if I go to this ad. That's the one thing I use to decide that. The second thing I'm using to decide that is that our retargeting is working really well. Now, even though we don't have a lot more sales from our retargeting, we do have a lot more in sales volume that is attributed through Facebook's standard attribution window. It's attributed to our retargeting. And so if you just jump on here and you click compare, we've got the previous week in here. And what's interesting is that if I look at the website purchase conversion value, so it's the dollars attributed, our retargeting is up. Our conversion for retargeting is significantly in most of the ads. So, and it's only really down a little bit in a couple of them. So I think that's also due to some email campaigns that we ran. But what I would say to you for the quickest win here is to do some testing. You have to make sure you use one target per ad set, find your lowest cost to get people to your website through a campaign, and then to make sure that your dynamic retargeting, which we are using Shoelace, but you can just set it up yourself, is set up and ready to go. And that's probably going to get you the best bang for your buck. Your retargeting clicks will be more money, but you're really only retargeting the people who bit on the first ad, and that's your best chance for conversion. So I think that's a win. I wish we spent 25% more. We got almost double the sales. We got 25% more traffic. Our cost to get someone to our site is still averaging 24 cents. So not a huge movement there. So that was the one thing that I think was a win. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about and show you is our My Google Analytics. And so I think I'm going to just move this out a bit. It's going to let me reset. Okay, actual size. Oops, too little. So what I want to show you is the risk here of this and why this can't be your only strategy. So, can't work the computer. Zoom out. Okay, really can't work it. So the risk here is that Facebook traffic is our lowest conversion. So this is a screenshot of just our first page of referral traffic for last week. To find yours, you want to go to Google Analytics, you want to go to Acquisition, click on All Traffic, and then click on Source Medium. So our most traffic came from Facebook. This is our conversion rate. It is the worst conversion rate for a major source of traffic. And so you have to send a lot more traffic and you're paying for it to get sales. Now this is last click sales. You can see it's very different than what Facebook is reporting, but there are lots of Facebook referrals here, and they have that 28-day attribution window, so it's never going to match. So what I would say to you is that that's a good solution, but a better solution is to make sure if you're paying for that traffic that you grab email addresses when you get to your website. So next week I'm going to dive into that and show you, but you really need to have a pop-up on your website and you really need to collect email addresses and with an offer likely, because these high conversion rates, which are higher than our normal, are all, well, that's Google AdWords, but they're all basically from email. And so we want you to pay once to get someone to your site, but we don't want you to pay over and over again. We want you to get sales through email. And so I think if I could tell you anything, that is the next big tip. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you, because I pointed this out last week, is that there's a couple of segments in our email plan program platform that perform particularly well. This is one of them. And so this is recent. Recency really wins when it comes to email, so the probably conversion period. So this is recent. They've purchased in the last 16 weeks, but they've spent less than $55. And so last week that was, I think it was 1330 something, 1338. It's now 1367. And so it's jumped by 29 people who've made a first purchase. And this is my best opportunity to increase my sales they go in a funnel to get a second purchase. But if I want to keep my eye on the ball, it's to grow the people who've bought in once so that we can market to them again. And it doesn't really cost us anything to speak of to market to them again. So I think I'm going to leave that with you. Let me just see if I have any more bad news. We spent another $100 on Facebook ads. That was the bad news. Our cost per click didn't go down. Was hoping to do that. And of course, Facebook being our lowest converting source. But for you, if you just take away, let's find something that gets you the lowest cost to your website and make sure that retargeting's set up. Anyway, don't forget, if you want these in your inbox every week, click the link, sign up to get them. We'll send them to you. They're also on our website, thesocialsalesgirls.com. And I'd love to hear from you. So if you have any comments or anything a question, just ask and I'll do my best to help you. Have a great week, guys.